It has been a very busy week, and I'm looking forward to wrapping up a very large project that we're currently working on. When it comes to a bathroom, when it comes to this bathroom remodel, but I was speaking to a brother just the other day, and we were just talking about modern day tyranny and what it looks like. And this is why it's so important for folks today to have a spirit of discernment, to understand what tyranny looks like, to understand how it moves, how it flows. And so let's look at this current environment that we're living in now. We have a government that has literally lost its mind. And it's becoming more and more evident as we go forward in this hour and this day that we're living in. We literally have a government and private corporations that literally want to tell you where you should live, what you should eat, who you should marry, what type of way in which you should discipline and raise your children, where you should work, these 15-minute cities. Uh, we have tyranny uh, at every level. And you must understand something. The people that have this tyrannical, narcissistic spirit, they fundamentally believe in their heart of hearts that they have a God-given right to dictate to you all of these things regarding your personal life. Now, I understand that we should all have laws, whether in, uh, I'll just speak from a secular perspective. You shouldn't have to just go up and assault somebody, right? You don't have the right to just go up and fundamentally just go up and just assault somebody without there being repercussions, right? Because see, if you're in a situation where uh, you have somebody that just fundamentally just feels as though they have the ordained right to inflict bodily harm on you without any repercussions, you have tyranny. That's what you have. And so we have laws, we have judgments that society puts in place to prevent people from doing such a thing. But when you have people, and see, people don't understand where this is going, because we don't understand history. When you have anybody, whether it is in government, in corporation, in religion, that fundamentally feels as though that they have the right to dictate to you private things in your life, um, you got to understand that it's not going to stop there. Because see, as the economy continues to collapse, as the cost of living continue to go up, uh, we're looking more and more at a rich and poor, free and bond situation, where the people that have the gold and the silver and have the resources will rule over the people who don't. The people who have the resources will rule over the people who don't. And you got to understand that it's not going to stop at where you should live, who you should associate with, what you should eat, who you should marry. They're going to eventually go towards taking your life. And they're going to feel as though they have a fundamental right to do that. See, people don't understand and see afar off where this is going. See, this tyrannical spirit, this narcissistic spirit, that people that fundamentally feel as though that they have the rule over you, they're going to implement these things. And people that have discernment see it clearly. But people who don't, let me tell you, man, they're going to fundamentally look at government today. They fundamentally feel, and they're going to go into a state where they just have the right, or they feel as though they have the right to take your life. We see it happening all over in this world today, but it's coming here in America. Many of you are going into a physical captivity. Some people are already there. You know why? You know why they're not there? They're there now? Because they lack real skills, they lack real assets, and they lack real friends. Because see, freedom, there's a spirit associated with freedom. Because freedom ain't free. You gotta be willing to work hard and to make yourself free. And so therefore you have to be a producer. And a lot of people, they don't want to produce. So you gotta understand that a lot of people, they love being ruled over. They love being told what to do. And the simple reason why is because they lack motivation, hard work. They lack the desire for free. See, some people, they just want to be told what to do. A lot of people, the truth of the matter is that a lot of people have to be told what to do, because if you leave their life up to themselves, they'll destroy it. And it's sad that the majority of people, if you look at across, whether in America, whether you look at corporations, whether you even look at church organizations and ministries, the vast majority of these people need something to worship. And I'm not talking about Yah. They need something to worship because they lack the ability to see themselves and see a productive individual. So therefore, these people are going to go into captivity. A lot of people are already in it. You know, it's sad to see a person live in a state of total captivity where they're in a situation where they can't even leave a certain environment without permission. They can't take their families, and they can't take their children. They can't go anywhere. They can't do anything without the asking the permission of others. Case in point, perfect example. You have 15-minute cities. And many of you live in 5-minute cities right now, 2-minute cities. But you got in China right now, people that's living in 15-minute cities where they can't leave the confines of this city without physical permission and a retinal scan. Could you imagine? See, I couldn't imagine living under an environment as to where I couldn't just get up and go. Now, I understand, we're to be held accountable one to another, but basically, hey, brother, hey, sister, or hey, whatever, I'm going to take my family to Chuck E. Cheese or this and the third, and I got to ask for permission to do it. You got to be out of your damn mind to think that I'm going to ever, a hard-working free man such as myself would ever put myself and my family under such a tyrannical type of situation. But the sad thing is that many people today, they can't handle finances. They can't handle themselves, so therefore they have to be told what to do. But not all people are like that. So, this is why this war is going to be coming. And I always say, there's going to be rich, poor, and self-sufficient. And the rich is going to rule over the poor. You got to understand, again, those who have the gold make the rules. This is why I always say, you better make sure that you have some real assets, because see, real assets gives you real options. But if you have no real assets and you have no way to exercise that, your options are gone. And I see people living this thing, and it's sad because they're living under a tyrannical system. It's where they don't have no personal freedom. That ain't free. It's sad. But your leaders, they get to live free. They get to do what they want to do. They get to go where they want to go. They get to go on all types of trips and have a good time and live while you finance them and finance their lifetime while you live in tyranny, while you live in slavery and bondage. See, this is what government is doing. You look at these politicians, you look at these corporations, you look at at these organizations, these ministries. You look at all of them, corporations, all of them. The people are living in abject slavery and servitude, and the leaders are living in total freedom. But all the while, the leaders will get up, these politicians will get up and tell you how you have to live, where you can go, because God put them. See, this is what they always use this thing. God put me in this situation. They think that they have a God-ordained right to dictate to you in your personal life. It's sad. But the only way that you're going to deal, because see, you're not going to change the hearts of government. You're you're not going to change the hearts of men who fundamentally feel this way. And the only way that you're going to do this, the only way that you're going to be free is to be self-sufficient. I've been saying it for many years. Because see, when you're self-sufficient, when you don't have to depend on anybody for your food, for your shelter, for your clothing, for all these things, then you can pretty much tell pretty much anybody to go fuck themselves. And I'm an expert at that because I live free. So nobody can come into my life and think that they're going to dictate to me where I'm going to go, who I'm going to marry, how I'm going to live, what I'm going to eat. They can't do it because I am self-sufficient. I am self-reliant. And I highly suggest that as many of you that are possible, and again, this is only for the few because the majority, you're going into any kind of captivity for the simple fact that you don't know how to produce for yourself, that you don't know how to lead and guide your own household. So another man or another organization or another corporation or another government is going to have to come in and tell you how to do it because you can't do it yourself. It's sad. But for the remnant, for the few who get it and understand it, learn self-sufficiency, learn how to produce for yourself, learn how to work in cooperation where you are interdependent on others, not solely dependent on someone else for your subsistence. I'm telling you, because see, those who don't want to work, this is how they live now. I see this on every level. Those who don't want to put in the work, some people just want to be told what to do. Some people are just content with these kind of situations. But those who get it and understand it, make sure you know how to produce for yourself so that you can be free and your family can be free, and then teach others and work in cooperation with others to do the same. Because at the end of the day, we do need one another. We need interdependence. Because see, government, I've never seen a tyrant promote interdependence. They promote total dependence on the system. And as a direct result of that, it gives them total power and control over you and your life. You got to understand something. Absolute power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. I've never seen one situation, show me one, where a man has absolute power over others and he dealt with it righteously. Never here once. Do you know any one situation that's going on like that? Please show me. Show me. All I see comes absolute system. It's sad. But ultimately, it is up to the people to rise up in self-sufficiency and self-reliance and interdependence. Because that's the only way that you're going to deal with that. You're not going to convince a tyrant, a narcissist, a megalomaniac that you should be free and that you have personal rights. Y'all given rights to live your life as you see fit. You're not going to do it. Never seen it once? Show me. Show me, show me, show me. I'd like to see it. Give me a name. Give me an organization. Give me a corporation. Give me a government that believes and lives this. Because again, I'll say it once. I'll say it again. Absolute power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Be wise, be self-sufficient, and interdependent, not totally dependent on others. And therein lies your freedom. All right, shalom.